We'll begin this session with a Soloka practice, which is the dark blue book you have. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I appear as the Idam deity. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate Ram, Yam, and Kam. Fire, wind, and water burn, scatter, and wash away the faults and defects of the Torma. Above wind and fire is a heart of skulls. Above that is a vast and spacious skull, filled with the 5 meats and 5 nectars. The 5 meats are marked with Om, Hum, Tam, Shri, and A, and the 5 nectars with Mam, Lam, Bam, Pam, and Tam. A wind of Hum emerges from the nostrils, blowing, stirring, and lighting the fire, which melts and boils the substances. The defects bubble over, and the pure essence fills the skull to the brim. Above a moon disk lid, Hum, A, and Om are stacked, one above the other. Lights radiate from these and gather nectar, which merges with the syllables. The 3 syllables and moon disk melt into light and dissolve into the nectar. Thus it transforms into an ocean of wisdom nectar. Light radiates from the seed syllables at my heart, inviting the Lama, Yidam, and Dakinis, the protectors and guardians of the Dharma, wealth gods, guardians of the directions, local spirits, obstructing spirits, karmic creditors, and the 6 classes of beings, who then gather before me like billowing clouds. According to the ranking order, these guests partake of the Torma with light tubes emerging from the Vajra tongues, and thus are pleased and satisfied.
Roja Karankaya, Toto, Toto, Surwa, Soto, Jezon, Om Avo, Yadam, Namjer, Namjer Lame, Teji, Zanjit, Manamaya, Jimata, Dengela, Zoja, Shadoran, Sanyan, Yadan, Jango, I am Mando, the Zonan, Gudunam, Yardo, Om Tamjin Jamzo, Toto, Pango, Sabja, Saro, Gurja, Pemane, Tajun, Lazo, Gumba, Tenzin, Chuja, Mada, Mona, Jamra, Harana, Shinjong, Sandora, Behan, Marzo, Chijong, Gorje, Dorma, Jero, Karanga, Marjane, Dorje, Lobun, Goza, Chuda, Tembason, Jeba, Daga, Samdon, Juba, Amantu, Zamba, Lugino, Da Pomona, Monzella, Manzama, Rezella, Jaya, Chichi, Dormando, Jero, Karanga, Chudelo, Juba, Lalo, Zaga, Jaji, Soja, Zana, Pangon, Zana, Chijin, Dumbe, Dorma, Jero, Karanga, Parkison, Landuji, Namsapa, Soja, Jebdanium, Manena, Chiparian, and the Dabu, Korje, Dorma, Jero, Karanga, Dadu, Chijin, Duba, Pitano, Jumbo, Nenjabolo, Jango, Kaya, Chiji, Dorma, Jero, Karanga, No Session, Penzaje, Lenjasa, Jambolo, Shangonda, Jango, and Jojo, Sanjinta, Jajinda, Jero, Karanga, Narandoma, Soja, Pendeson, Sunday,
Oh, please consider me. Oh, please consider me. Oh, please consider me. Glorious Vajra Guardian, great Black One, and Heruka, glorious great Bhairava. By nature you are one with Dharmata. In essence you are the same within primordial wisdom, and in character you are equal in unhindered activity. Hero who defeats all unfavorable circumstances, you are the foremost lord of all appearance and existence, and all gods and demons. Wrathful local guardian, great leader of activity oppressors, invincible sovereign of radiant splendor, you protect awareness holding yogins as if they were your own children, and you assess the absorption of outbound practitioners. You are endowed with the radiance of peace, the splendor of increasing, and the power of magnetizing activity. You are swift in activities of liberating savage foes and hindrances. Your mighty skill in protecting the teachings is sublime. Powerful Lord with the name, the one endowed with mighty Vajra wrath, great warrior God of yogins, please heed me. Please dwell in this holy shrine of enlightened body, speech and mind, of myself, the yogin called Vajra Heruka. Please act to conquer the dread of the four maras and all obstacles along my path of supreme bliss, whereby I will accomplish unsurpassed awakening. Please cause me to encounter the Samadhi companion that will guide me on the authentic path. Until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech and mind, and cause my mind to turn toward freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God, spirits and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance may activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstructions and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Mahri, by the power of your compassion and previous aspirations, Mother Achichoki Drolma, arise from the Dharma sphere, and look upon me from the space of primordial wisdom. Miraculously descend upon this activity mandala. Mother Achi, Lady of Nanam, powerful Dharma Tara, Wisdom Tara, Samaya Tara, magnetizing goddess, flesh-eating Kama Dakini, noble Lady Tashi Tseringma, Miyolob Sangma, Tekaldo Sangma, Tingi Shal Sangma, and Chupendin Sangma, protectors of the lineage forefathers, protectors of rightful hermitages, protectors with Samaya who pledge to protect the teachings of the Kagyu lineage. Your luminous wisdom never fades, your compassion never withholds, your blessings are never far, and your power is unobstructed. All of you, bless us yogins and our retinues through your enlightened body. Bless us through your enlightened speech. Bless us through your enlightened mind. Bless us through your enlightened qualities. Bless us through your enlightened activities. Act so as to conquer adverse circumstances and the dread of the four maras. Please cause me to encounter the samadhi companion that will guide me on the true path. Thus, until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, but cause my mind to turn toward freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God, spirits, and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Jaya Jaya, Siddhi Siddhi, Pala Pala.
特在的马穷自动切换，也拉这些龙卷不走，学校龙转桥来转走，一百这条天工作，到那送到日间之吧，那当他也心情他们去，那没走不上就之吧，二七八七马路些吧，屯军马路轮卷之吧，接感谢也拉真把咱们去，日本我这做完这吧。马一日弄个钱呐，那个上头马路。求那来把咱都说，中间这些经常说，这帮这边讲讲，北平中啊，下几边去种数码那些这些。
Page 14 in the main sadhana. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Om Soba Yuda Soba Dhamma Soba Yuda Chunam Dam Jedomba Jedomba Ngale Renji Yen Tenye Dam Jeonzo Me Yame Gamba Yewo Wa Danye Du Jejen Namba Sarva Duk Me Ale Dave Jingo Jeden Du Jayen Zemba Jeden Dun Jenanga Neren Jen Chedan Chuji Jom Banda Da Din De De Do Zave Jengor Jibe Rang Du Guru Levo Druparden Lama Da Tu Je Jemba Yame La Re Je San Je Son Se Je yoba sanji tom jindube kador jindebe ngoba nye konjo sumje tava de lama namla samja de sonde varshiva chuj garo samje namla chinre zenam gata vijabe juje ya zejaba mela sonja lo junje magu kumdo kazo zanje jevala yen toje jinji dula zejin zela sonja lo juga nam ga yen de yen ya zo go ja zo yen do so so sa ta dan she ra jo la nga ni be re nga de va she la so no da ge nyen ge sa le chu be me do do ta ma me de ja sha so ze be lam nam je ju.
Bottom of page 14. All phenomena become void. From within the state of emptiness, upon a precious ground, appears a lovely, boundless palace, complete with all the perfect attributes, within which I vividly appear as the great compassionate one. Arising from a moon disk at my heart is marked with the syllable Re. From the Re at my heart, light rays radiate and invite the glorious Guru, who is indivisible from the great compassionate one. Surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the four families, he appears in the space in front of me, and sits upon a moon disk resting on a 1,000-petaled lotus flower, which sits upon a jeweled throne. Homage and praise to the Gurus, who embody all Buddhas, whose essence is the Vajra holder, and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dharmakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who, with compassionate eyes, watches over beings, who, untainted by faults, is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the 5 families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space like Dharmakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Banda Bibea, Om Banda Dubea, Om Banda Logea, Om Banda Bindea, Om Banda Bindea, Om Banda Shata. ye geva nam la ji ra ko lo ko shen so ne san ji san ju yi ji zong tam ji san ju chu lo sem ji de dang den ju je dong a gong dang zha ju ye nam yang de me ma ju ye dang nyong jian bo ne ju ji.
Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the 3 kinds of vows, which I have committed while overpowered by ignorance. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to turn the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be without happiness. May they abide in great equanimity.
Om Soba Va Shuddha Soba Dhamma Soba Va Shuddha Va Om Shanya Dhanjana Bhadra Soba Va Hema Gava Zondan Zebede Chena Dam Je Domba Ja Deye Ngale Bema Da Da Ve Jengo Nyaga Ve Ten Duran Sen Shega Le Vudru Sem Jen Dung Ne Tun Duru Pema Ne Sen Do Ba Va Shen Laya Dele Jaju Ta Shaba Da Vudru So Ju San Je San Se Na Je Ran De La Temba Ye Ge Ji Ni La Be Ma Ne Shi Dan Je Ba Yong Je Le Dan Ni Ba Ba Jin Ze Kum Do Gar Bo Lan Zo Yin Ju Je Ya Je Ta Ya Ga Ye Jian Yo Ma De Ten Wu Jia Ye Ma Yong Ga Wa De Da Ma Ye Ga Jian Yong Jia Ya Jian De Den Zhou Ya Na Bu Ne Jian Sum Qi Zi Chou Nian Jian De Den Na Xue Ya Ne Mar Bu Zu Du Den Ba Ne Jin Ban Ge Jie Nan Ba Sa Za Ve So Ji Dang Bu Ye To Ga Ta Jia Ye Ni Be Zhang Chen Sun Ben Chu Ji Zhe Ye Ben Ko Lo Zhen Ba De Yong Ji Ni Be Be Ma Da Sun Be Je Lo Ye Ba Ye Da Ju Yong Sun Zhen Ba Wo De La San Ne Gu Ja Da Gu Ju Za Nian Chu Ji Zhe De Da Dong Zha Sa Na Ye Te De Jin Ri Den Ba O No Ru Ren Qin Jin Ja Yen Gu Du Nu Ma Yong Ba Ne Re Da Ba Be Yong Akashiri Jishanda Jeye Ondar Jejube There was a good bourgeois Jute Togada There Gabuz Jebodalane Jin
Back to 21. All phenomena that are subsumed under perceiver and perceived become empty. From within this state, the nature of my mind appears as a white tree upon a lotus and moon disk. From it, light streams forth and fulfills the purpose of sentient beings. The light then gathers back into the tree, which transforms into a golden lotus marked with a tree. From the tree, light emanates once again in the form of hooks and lassos that invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They dissolve into the lotus and tree and instantly transform into myself, appearing as the noble Avalokiteshvara. My body is youthful, white in color, with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them, the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them, the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black, wrathful face with 3 eyes, bared fangs, and a menacing, frowning grimace. Above it is a red, peaceful face with a crown protrusion, and at dawn it is visible from the neck up. Of my 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at my heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds the lotus, the third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. My remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. I am adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and I am wearing an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over my left breast. My lower garment is made from Benares. My crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and I emit rays of white light. At my heart, upon a moon disk, is the white letter tree, whose light rays invite Avalokiteshvara and his retinue from the pure land of Potala.
Om Bada Gama Om Bada Bada Om Bada Pupea Om Bada Dupea Om Bada Logea Om Bada Gindea Om Bada Nevedea Om Bada Shada.
Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Ja, Hum, Bam, Hum. We merge inseparably. Again, light radiates from the Shri at my heart, which causes the 5 Tathagatas to come here. From their hearts emanate the 4 mothers holding primordial wisdom nectar, which they use to bestow empowerment directly upon me. The nectar overflows and transforms into the essence of the Guru, appearing as Amitabha at my crown, Akshobhya at my forehead, Ratnasambhava behind my right ear, Amoghasiddhi behind my left ear, and Vairochana at the nape of my neck. Thus I am crowned by the lords of the 5 families. At my heart, upon a lotus and moon, is the essence of the wisdom being, the great compassionate one. He is the size of a thumb joint, and at his heart is the Samadhi being, appearing as a white letter Shri. From it, light issues forth and purifies the obscurations of all beings, and they all transform into the great compassionate one. The light then returns and dissolves back into the Shri.
Sadoya Makaranagaya Deya Davum Dara 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 Duru 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 Ajava Dole Dole Patole Pratale Kusama Kusama Vare le mele dido mabana yasova deada bum duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma kusuma vare le mele dido mana yaso deada bum duru 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 ba duru ba Kusuma kusuma varele mele dolama naso yada dara dara duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma varele mele dara dara duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma kusuma varele mele dolama naso Yada dara dara diri diri duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma kusuma varele mele dolama naso yada dara dara diri diri duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma kusuma varele mele dolama naso Yada dara dara duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma kusuma varele mele dolama naso yada dara dara duru 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 ba duru ba kusuma kusuma varele mele dolama naso manebe Mehare Mane Bemehore Namane Bemehore Amane Bemehore Bangum Bosa Jinguru Drum Le Renjo Ne Ser Bonjo Jin Saja Jin Abdum Le Namna Ze Karbo Sanjo Jogi Sandu Ale Tundra Ne Janka Jabjin Saja Jin Kunja Renjin Jindi Jin Ne Som Sembe Sago Le Wundra Yeshi Samba Jin Randam
Back to 31. All phenomena become void. From within this state, from the tree at my heart, emanates the letter broom, which travels to the space in front of me. The broom then melts and transforms into a palace of jewels, square with 4 doors. Inside is a jeweled throne and a moon disk, upon which is a multicolored 8-petaled lotus. At its center is a tree, which transforms into the great compassionate one, crystal clear, resembling myself. His body is youthful, white in color, with 11 faces. The main face is white, the face is red, and the left face is white. Above them, the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black, wrathful face with 3 eyes, bared fangs, and a menacing, frowning grimace. Above it is a red, peaceful face with a crown protrusion. Unadorned, it is visible from the neck up. Of his 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at his heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. His remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. He is adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and wears an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over his left breast. The lower garment is made from Benares. The crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and he emits rays of white light. Above, a tree transforms into red Amitabha, his hands in the gesture of Samadhi. In the east, a hum transforms into blue Akshobhya, his hands in the earth-touching gesture. In the south, a tram transforms into yellow Ratnasambhava, his hands in the gesture of supreme giving. In the west, an Om transforms into white Vairochana, in the aspect of supreme awakening. In the north, an A transforms into green Amoghasiddhi, with his hands in the gesture of granting protection. All of them are adorned with jewels, and their 3 places are marked with the 3 seed syllables. The light radiating from the 3 syllables invites the wisdom beings who dissolve into him. Thus we have merged non-dually.
Mela kumdo kazo sanje jevala yen to je jin jin do ne jin re za lo son lo ju ga nam ga yin de yen ya zo ga ja chong yin do so so sa ta da shi ra ju la nga be re nga de ye la son za lo da yin ge sa le chu be me do do ta ma me zhe jia jia zhe so zhe be la mo nam jian ju.
37. Homage to the gurus who embody. Homage to the radiant Amitabha, the Dharmakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage to the Sugatas of the 5 families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the Back to 40. Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the 3 kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by the 3 poisons. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to turn the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. By visualizing it as a Buddha realm and offering it, may all beings enjoy the perfect purity of this realm. Having offered this excellent and pleasing mandala, may we experience no obstacles on the path to awakening. May we realize the enlightened mind of the Sugatas of the 3 times. May we neither stray into samsara nor rest in nirvana's peace. May all beings, limitless as the sky is vast, become liberated. Streams of primordial wisdom nectar descend from the fingers of myself and the great compassionate one in front, filling the vase completely.
SagaDawa Arahati Sumyosambuddhaya Namasavadadangudebe Ardebe Sumyosambuddhabe Namaya Uraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Mahakarunikaya Deya Daradara Duru Adava Dulutale Bratole Kusuma Varele Melete Mapana Yeso Manepe Mehore Manepe Mehore Manepe Mehore Manepe
Then I, the deity wisdom being, dissolve into the main deity in front. Above my crown is Gelongma Palmo, who supplicates the Noble One on my behalf. In the English language, Gelongma Palmo's praise to the Noble Lord Avalokiteshvara.
Jitya sumji gubo chola samdala dershe pame kude kunzan temba dershe nama taye jinse baba zayen chuje yada chikun serva sayun sirshi pime naba jimbaba chejen rapen chewa masirin chuba Shari jiba do do jiba po jinji pema choda sanji yamba kawa tondo nungu tinge timba po cheme chame te tomben jiba zipya zi jari marbu jimba po peme choda sane ngava seba Tengka Tenzin Duda Tenzin Junpa Po Ren Mambo Pompa Nyene Jimba Lomen Chudru Subdru Jayin Junpa Po Rata Pape Nama Amba Kapa Ninja Tu Kije Jinan Chawa Po Chama Me Pape Men Chola Neba NyungNe Pime Dada Jamba Po Seje Kara Chola No Treba Ashandan Zimba Po Tube Jinjong Sojin Barar Simba Chonye Sona Mambo Niya Sopa Po Tadu Divin June Gane Seva Simdan Zijin Karju Juba Tumba Bo Lujin Judu Dubon Rule Java Seje Ganda Jaye Shoye Wa Po Zambe Neza Ye Ban Zeba Nambe Dundu Luji Dudo Shiba Bo Yonzo Nyewa Sanjen Tempa Nyewa Omin Sudo Chu Dule Dwa Bo Kanye Dadu Tora Lane Kuba Jine Ziju Bo Yala Simzi Jin Dube Choda Dojo Sowa Duzin Ene Jibo Nupe Me Yenjang Ru Jiwa Dudo Mo Jiwa Tomje Jeten Lene Guba Kundu Om Jiten Gu Bola Sam Salon Jeten Lama Seba Sumji Duba Lae Zu Dudon Sobe Duba Po Dube Janjo Dube Tuban Zeba Jeten Sumji Gubo Jola Sam Salon Neshe Pame Kote Kumsan Zimbab Neshe Nama Tae Jinsi Babu Sahen Chuji Yada Chikun Sivab Sang Siji Pime Naba Jimbabu Chijin Rabin Chua Masirin Chuba Shari Jiba Dawa Dawin Zibabu Jinji Pima Chudu Sojin Yamba Kawa Tondo no go Jing Dembab Jame Chambe Tumbu Zibab Zibel Zijari Marbi Jimbabu Beman Soda Sone Nava Sebab Tengka Tenzin Duda Tenzin Yumbabu Rinchi Mambo Pompa Nyene Jimbab Lomen Chamdre Samdre Jabjin Yumbab Rata Pape Nama Yumba Kabab Ninja Tu Gijin Jinan Chama Po Chama Me Pape Men Chola Neba NyungNe Pime Dada Jamba Po Seje Kara Chola No Treba Tazu Tibu Ruzo Shodan Ziba Po Debe Jinjong Sojin Barar Simba Chonye Sona Babo Niya Soba Po Tadu Debe Jone Gane Seab Simda Anye Karju Juba Tumba Lujin Chodu Dubon Rule Jarva Seje Kanda Jaye Shoye Oma Po Sambe Nesa Ye Ban Zeba Nambe Dudu Loji Dudu Shiba Po Yonza Nyewa Sajin Timba Nyewa Omi Chudu Chu Zule Jarva Po Kanye Dadu Tora Lane Kubai Jine Ziju Bo Yala Simji Dube Jodu Dojo Sowa Duzin Jibam Ne Pime Yenjaro Jewa Dada Mao Jiwa Tomjit Jidin Jidilene Gaba Kundrabju Om Jidin Go Bola Sam Salon Jidin Lama Sepa Sumje Dubab 来做都当常白都巴巴，都白将就都白这般子巴，一点孙子古不叫拉三扎了，那些把美国的工厂真巴，那些那么他也真是巴巴，上人出去也到这公司吧，上用世界北面那把金巴巴。这件了本城啊，马生去吧，下地几包都文字吧吧，今节白忙求得上阴阳吧，看我东东能够真爱的吧，真买我家没得从本子吧吧，这边我是叫人没不进吧吧，人们朝大山内啊哇塞吧。中国真经都当的英雄吧，不把你那金吧，叫的送的叫英雄吧，让大爸爸那么用吧卡吧，你家都给进去能讲嘛不，这妈没把背面就了那吧。这边我女北面到当家吧，世界开上去了奴之吧，到处这边的走兄弟之吧不，特别金钟促进把人生吧，就那么不你要说吧不，大都这边就你干的事吧，送单最近可就把顿吧不。如今求得都帮助了角儿世界看得这一下也哇不，上班那车也安帮着吧，岸边中着老就知道是吧不，用着年娃上线等吧年娃，后面出大群出来着不。刚洗头都突然了那个白，今天自己不也拉伸自己，这边瞧得大家啥都人，天天起不你不面讲容，结完的大忙就通知，一定了那个把公中就。Om Jiti Gu Bola Sam Zalon Jiten Lama Sapa Sum Jitu Ba Laye Tsu Tu Dang Chom Pe Tu Ba Po Tu Pe Jiang Ju Tu Pe Tu Ban Zi Ba Po Jiten Sum Jin Gu Bo Cho La Sam Zalon Ne Xie Pa Me Ku De Kun Zang Zi Ba Po Ne Xie Nama Ta Ye Ji 去见也大这公司吧，上北面那把金巴布，这件那本城啊马上去吧，下里几把刀子巴布，今天白马就都送信用巴布，靠我东东能够真爱的巴布，这面家没得从本子巴。这辈子就是没不进吧不，本门出大山的俺娃是吧，等个这些都当的英雄吧不，人情忙不把你那进吧不，老门瞧得送得就英雄吧不，这大爸爸那么样吧卡吧不。你家都给进去能抢啊不？这妈没把北面求了你把，因为我女北面都当家吧，世界开上求了奴之吧，都是这边的是相当之吧不？特别亲近促进把人生吧。叫你说那么不你要说吧不，到底的人就那干的事吧，送到自己可就把顿吧不， le jin cho de bon zhu le jorwa zhe jie gan de zhe ye xiao yang wa po zang bei ne so ye yan ban zhe ba ben zhe zhe le ji zhe de xi bo bu yang zhou nie wa so yin ten ba nie wa hao mian cao de que zu le zhe wa gang ye de du tu ru no ne gu ba yan ne zi ji o bo ye lao sun zi jin du ben qiao de dao jia za wa du zin ten ne qi ba ne pi men yin jiang ru ye wa de dao mo ji wa tom jin jie den le ne ge ba kun zhe ju
Straight to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama, wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing of this kind. Once your crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you turn right statues to hungry ghosts. Your left hands adorned with the gold lotus. Your perfume hair flashes with lighting bound up like red gold garlands. So your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are wide, so exquisite, you split melting bodies, wide as the snowy contour of the drifting pearls. You are decked in radiance like the red dawn. Your hands spread like perfect lotuses, ranged on a still lake, you gleam like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, your young palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope hide, beautified by fine earrings, bracelets, and plates. You abide on a exceedingly pure lotus, and your belly smooth as a lotus petal. Your sublime gold bed is studded with fine gems. From your hips straight garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha Gandhi. Young gathering but merit, you reach the sublime lower and liberator, so softly like you dispel legend disease. You are supreme among beings, victor over Mara. Old golden necklace in you beautify your feet. You forbid the secure beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan, doctrines keeper all accumulations, done savior from the oceans of milk and water. Man or woman, if you rise each day down, devote your mind with respect to Chenrezi, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future lives. Oh, I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama, wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all this kind. Once your crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, your generous statues to hungry ghosts. Your left hands adorned with a love lotus. Your perfume hair flashes in riding brown up like red gold garlands. All your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are light so exquisite, your smelling body, white as the snow in congealed drifting. Pearls you are decked in radiance like the red dawn. You have spread like perfect lotuses. Range on a still like you think like the autumn. Clouds, many jewels adorn your shoulders, pure young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope. I, beautified by fine iridescence and glad you abide on a pristinely pure look. Turn your belly smooth as a lotus petal. Your sublime gold belly studded with fine gems from your hips, straight garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha Gandhi. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower ranks, liberate the source of delight. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Maras. Horse, golden neck, when you defy your feet, your four boundless secure beings. Peace dignified like elephant, graceful like swan, doctrine's keeper, all accumulations. None savior from the oceans of milk and water, man or woman, if you rise each day. Don't devote your mind with respect to chant, and you praise him with these excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in this last life, then all of your future lives. I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Brahma Vishkanti. King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing no peace. Once your crowns adorn with the Buddha boundless light, generous righteous to green. Ghosts your left hands adorn with a gold lotus. Your perfume hair flashes in lightning bound up. Like red gold garments, all your face is beautiful, shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite your smelling body, white as the snow in conch your hotly glittering. Pearls you are decked in radiance like the red dawn. Your hands spread like perfect lotuses. Range on a still lake, you think like the autumn. Clouds, many jewels adorn your shoulders, your young palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope. High, beautified by fine iridescence and glad you abide on a pristinely pure look. Turn your belly smooth as a lotus petal. Your sublime gold belly studded with fine gems from your hips, straight garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha Gandhi. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower realms, liberate the source of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Maras. Horse, golden neck, Tenzin, beautify your feet. You four boundless, secure beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan, doctrine's keeper, all accumulations. None savior from the oceans of milk and water, man or woman, if you rise each day. Don't give up your mind with respect to chant, and you praise him with this excellent pure song. Recite clearly and will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future life.
Om Bema Sado Samaya Manipalaya Bema Sado Dhanama Dhiranjanome Sudukaya Meba Suvaja Meba Anuradu Meba Swasade Meba Sawakamasita Meta Jiran Kuru Hum Ha 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 Hu Ba Savatata Bima Mamma Bima Bama Samai Sadowa Temba Tenzi Yurene Da Sondron Sanjo Semjo Yen Shala Sondre Tenzin Rado Ne Kunjin Shir Tobar Sengelo.
Please grant your blessings that the teachings and the holders of the teachings will remain for a long time, and that myself and all sentient beings may train in bodhicitta. Grant your blessings that we may fully attain the union of shamatha and vipassana, and that we may perfectly realize omniscient wisdom.
Om Soba Vashuddha Vashuddha Om Gado Duraneba Nabanzo Dembe Dorma Nempaba Jineze Danjara Segi Nam Lamba.
This Toma, endowed with perfect color, odor, taste, and potency, I offer to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Namagar Moga Savadamana Adedubena Duda Om Ahom Bezo Om Agar Moga Savadamana Adedubena Duda Om Ahom Bezo Om Agar Moga Savadamana Adedubena Duda Om Ahom Bezo Om Lokeshore Sabare Dambalenda Gaya Gaya Om Lokeshore Sabare Vara Edambalenda Gaya Gaya Om Lokeshore Sabare Vara Edambalenda Gaya Gaya Om Lokeshore Sabare Vara Edam Gaya Gaya Jijin Jivo Donne Dare Zalo Sana Jameva Danin Jejin Lama Lak Dejin Rezaj Tanzelane Shosan Josim Nerem Jema Jepanam Jeja Jeba Nyamba Meba Yagone Kond Evashu.
In this and all my future lives, may I be born in a good family, and may I be endowed with a clear intellect, free from pride, and may I have great compassion and devotion to the Guru. May my Samaya Witch and Resig remain firm. May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By offering a bathe with scented streams of nectar to the protector Avalokiteshvara, a lamp for wandering beings, may all defilements and the two kinds of obscurations of all beings be completely purified, and may there be the auspiciousness for all beings to achieve the stainless three kayas. Exalted Lord, please heed me. I request you to forgive my lack of clarity in meditation, corrupted mantra recitations, and impure activities regarding cleanliness, all of which I have committed while controlled by lethargy and agitation.
Om Bema Sadhu Samaya Mana Balaya Bema Sadhu Dinaba Didando Meba Subdukayo Meba Subdukayo Meba Anuradu Meba Savaside Meba Endo Savakama Ho Bangame Savadada Bima Mimiza Bima Ba Ma Samaya Zado Nao Mane Beme Tenzin Baba Yo Ye Doma Sunja Esane Babe Durte Ye Trudre Sandaja Ye La Yang Jivu Tamba Yo To Sana Bema Ye jibe makazi neru tala shene ya tsu du je jemba ma da je sha je sani ma tu je jembo sa va ju.
In the space before me is the exalted noble one who was born from the 6 syllables. He bathes me with the nectar that flows from his fingers, which purifies the 3 obscurations. The deity then dissolves into my crown, and the lotus in the compassionate one's hand opens the lotus of my mind. Although you now depart to Mount Potala, great compassionate one, please return so we can meet again. Visualizing myself as the deity, I appear as the great compassionate one with 1 face and 2 arms. By this virtue may I swiftly accomplish Lord of Avalokiteshvara, and may I bring all beings without exception to that state. We'll now read the King of Aspiration prayers in the blue prayer book on page 52. Homage to the ever-youthful Manjushri. With purity of body, speech and mind, I bow to all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present and future, without exception, in every world, in all the 10 directions. By the power of this aspiration of Samantabhadra, I bow with as many bodies as there are atoms in the world to all those victorious Buddhas manifest in my mind, and I pay homage to all of them. I conceive the entire realm of truth to be completely filled with enlightened ones. On each atom I imagine there to be as many Buddhas as atoms in the world, each Buddha surrounded by many bodhisattvas. I honor all these blissful lords, praising their perfections with all the sounds of various melodies, an ocean of endless praise. I offer to those heroic Buddhas the finest flowers, garlands, music and ointments, excellent canopies, choice lamps, and the best incense. I offer as well to those victorious ones the finest array of all excellent things, the finest robes and fragrances, and heaps of sweet-smelling powders as high as Mount Meru. By the power of my faith in the deeds of Samantabhadra, I prostrate and present vast and unequaled offerings to each of the victorious Buddhas. I confess every type of wrong that I have done in thought, word, or deed, while influenced by desire, anger, and ignorance. I rejoice in the meritorious deeds of all the Buddhas, as well as those performed by the Bodhisattvas, Patyeka Buddhas, Arhats, those who are in the path of training, those who need no more training, and by all sentient beings in the 10 directions. I entreat the enlightened protectors who have attained the detachment of Buddhahood and illuminate the worlds of the 10 directions to turn the peerless wheel of Dharma. With folded hands, I beseech those who intend to manifest the final nirvana to remain for as many eons as there are atoms in all the worlds, for the benefit and happiness of all living beings. May whatever small amount of virtue I may have gained from prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, and beseeching be dedicated to attainment of perfect enlightenment. May I worship the Buddhas of the past and those now present in the worlds of the 10 directions. May those to come quickly fulfill their aspiration and reach Buddhahood by traversing the stages of enlightenment swiftly. May all the worlds of the 10 directions become extensively and completely pure. May it be filled with bodhisattvas and victorious Buddhas who proceed to the royal tree of enlightenment. May all living beings in the 10 directions always be happy and free of sickness. May they be endowed with favorable circumstances for achieving dharmic goals, and may their wishes be accomplished. May I remember my lives in all states of existence while in the training for enlightenment. In all my successive births and deaths, may I always embrace religious life. May I follow all the victorious Buddhas and perfect all the deeds of Samantabhadra. Pure in the morality without defect, may my conduct always be flawless. May I teach the Dharma in every tongue, in whatever sounds are understood by living beings, in the languages of the gods, nagas, demons, spirits, and human beings. May I steadfastly apply myself to the 6 perfections. May I never disregard my intention to attain enlightenment and completely remove whatever faults may obscure my path. May I be free from karma, emotional afflictions, and the influence of demons, like the lotus unsoiled by the mire or like the sun and moon in a clear sky, so that I may proceed unhindered. Throughout all the lands, in all the directions, may I relieve the sufferings of the lower realms. May I be able to bring happiness to and provide benefit for all living beings. Fully accomplishing the activities of enlightenment, may I walk in harmony with the needs of all beings. May I practice and demonstrate the deeds of Samantabhadra through all future eons. May I always associate with those whose activities are similar to mine. May we act alike in thought, word, and deed, and may our aspirations be as one. May I always associate with spiritual friends who wish to help me and teach the deeds of Samantabhadra. May I never cause them pain or disappointment. May I always personally behold the victorious Buddhas, those guardians surrounded by bodhisattvas. Without tiring in all future eons, may I always present them magnificent offerings. May I always uphold the Buddha's holy Dharma and illuminate the deeds of enlightenment. May I train in the practice of Samantabhadra in all future eons. Through rebirth in all the states of existence, may I gather an endless store of merit and wisdom. May I become an inexhaustible treasure of all virtues of method, wisdom, concentration, and liberation. May I always behold as many pure lands as there are atoms present in each world, with inconceivable Buddhas sitting in the midst of the bodhisattvas and performing the activities of enlightenment. In this way, may I be able to see everywhere, even on every mote of dust, countless Buddhas of the past, present, and future, limitless pure lands, and endless eons. May I always heed the pure speech of the victorious Buddhas, which holds within each word the totality of the perfect Dharma, and an ocean of languages precisely suited to the needs of each being. May I possess the perfect intelligence to heed the endless melody of speech when the victorious Buddhas of the past, present, and future turn the wheels of Dharma. May I accomplish the Bodhisattva's practice of entering the past, present, and future in a fraction of a second. May I know in a single instant all that is encompassed in the duration of the 3 times. May I behold all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, and future in a single instant. May I always perform their activities through the power of liberation from illusion. May I perceive upon a single atom the perfect design of the pure realms of the past, present, and future. Thus may I enter into the realms of the victorious Buddhas in all directions. When the illuminators of the worlds of the future realize the stages of Buddhahood, turn the wheel, and enter the profound peace of Nirvana, may I always be in their presence. May I accomplish the perfect powers of enlightenment, the power of miraculous swiftness, the power of perfection of every spiritual path, the power of all virtuous qualities, the power of all-pervasive loving-kindness, the power of merit of every virtue, the power of all transcendent wisdom, and the powers of perfect knowledge, method, and meditation. May the forces of karma be utterly purified, the power of passions utterly subdued, the power of demons utterly destroyed, and the power of the deeds of Samantabhadra perfected. May I tirelessly perform the enlightened activities for an ocean of eons, purifying an ocean of lands, liberating an ocean of beings, realizing an ocean of Dharma, attaining an ocean of wisdom, perfecting an ocean of practice, accomplishing an ocean of aspirations, ceaselessly serving an ocean of Buddhas. May I completely fulfill all perfect aspirations to the enlightened activities of the victorious Buddhas of the three times by attaining enlightenment according to the deeds of Samantabhadra. The eldest son of the victorious Buddhas is called Samantabhadra. I dedicate all these virtuous actions that my deeds may be like his. May my body, speech, mind, deeds, and environment always be pure. May I become equal to Samantabhadra in these excellent aspirations. May there be no limit to my activities. May there be no limit to my virtues. Through limitless perseverance, may I accomplish all miraculous deeds. The limit of living beings is like the limit of open space. May the limit of my aspirations be equal to the limit of their activities and passions. Whoever offers to the victorious Buddhas all the perfect joys of gods and men, and the infinite realms of the 10 directions adorned with jewels, for as many eons as there are atoms in those realms, shall gain great merit. But whoever hears this greatest dedication prayer and is inspired by faith to intensely desire supreme enlightenment shall gain even higher and holier merit. Whoever recites the aspiration of Samantabhadra will never again endure hellish rebirth, will abandon all evil friends, and will soon behold Amitabha of boundless light. They will gain all benefits, live in happiness, attain precious human rebirth, and soon become like Samantabhadra himself. Even those who in ignorance committed the 5 unredeemable sins will soon be completely purified by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra. They will achieve perfect wisdom, a radiant countenance, beautiful form, auspicious physical marks, and a noble birth. Profane and devilish being will not trouble them, and they will be honored in the 3 realms. They will quickly reach the 3 enlightenment and reside there to benefit all beings. As enlightened Buddhas, they will turn the wheel of Dharma, taming the demonic hosts. Whoever preserves, teaches, or recites this aspiration of Samantabhadra shall ultimately attain perfect Buddhahood. May none despair of complete enlightenment. In whatever way valiant Manjushri and Samantabhadra know how to transfer merit, so do I dedicate all of my own virtues that I might train to be like them. Since dedication is praised as supreme by the victorious Buddhas of the 3 times, I dedicate all of these roots of virtues to accomplishing the deeds of Samantabhadra. At the moment of my death, may all my obscurations be removed, that I may behold Amitabha, the Buddha of boundless light, and go to Sukhavati, the pure land of perfect bliss. In that blissful land, may I completely fulfill all of these aspirations and benefit all beings as long as the universe remains. Joyful there in that blessed assembly of the Buddhas, may I be reborn like the holy ones from an exquisite lotus, and may the Buddha Amitabha himself foretell my own enlightenment. May I thereafter emanate endlessly through the power of perfect wisdom to accomplish countless benefits for living beings in all the 10 directions. Through whatever small virtues I have gathered, may all the virtuous aspirations of living beings be accomplished in a single moment. Through the boundless merit gained by dedicating these aspirations of Samantabhadra, may the countless beings drowning in the torrents of suffering reach the stage of Amitabha. May these greatest dedication prayers benefit countless living beings. May reciting this ornament of Samantabhadra release all beings from the suffering of the lower realms. We'll now read long life prayers from the Yellow Prayer Book, page 20. For this realm, encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, Lochen Rezig, may your life remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the three jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya lion, you perfect deeds. May you, the precious Guru who accomplishes everything spontaneously, live long. Holder of the teachings of Lord Drigumpa, great sovereign of the three jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peaceful light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. Known in the noble land as Ayadeva, you emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the hard son of Jigten Gompo. May the life of glorious Gachen remain steadfast for 100 eons. Page 26. May the teaching of the great Drigumpa Ratnashri, Master of interdependence, omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all knowable things, be upheld through teachings and practice, through hearing, reflecting, and meditating until the end of existence. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate the Bodhisattva Chenrezig.
Oi mane beme ore, oi mane beme ore, oi mane beme ore, oi mane beme ore. Man ebe me hore, man ebe me hore, man ebe me hore, man ebe me
Thank you for joining us on this day for the NyungNe and NyungNe. The retreat will end tomorrow morning. The last session will be from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pacific time. For those of you who are doing the traditional NyungNe, you will then be able to eat and drink after that session. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the last session at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you. Please stay for a moment.